Welcome to the breakdown, where we break down not so messed up stuff as YouTube tries to unalive my channel. You skipped the update video, right? I got a strike and I couldn't upload for 2 weeks. I said in that video I'm gonna have to censor more, so subscribe to my secondary channel, SpookyRice, where I upload all the uncensored mess. And so let's ooze back in with something chill. A 30-minute animation you could easily watch yourself. Cat Soup is an interesting short anime movie. It is not disturbing like other films. Actually, it's really cute, honestly, on the surface, but the background surrounding this film, including its true meanings, kinda nihilistic. Firstly, Cat Soup, or Nekojiru, which is the author who created these two characters. Born Chiyomi Nakayama before changing her name to Hashiguchi, she passed away May 10, 1998 by her own hand. Sorry, YouTube is taking down entire videos for using the S word. In the description is a blog talking all about this peculiar woman. In short, she was a woman who was disturbed by the world around her, disturbed by people's true nature, by this world's true nature. This isn't so obviously shown in this short animation ode to her creations. Cat Soup is about two cat siblings in a surreal world. Niata is the youngest boy cat trying to save his big sister, Naoko. Don't expect anything extreme, like I said. Hell, I've seen Tom and Jerry cartoons as harsh as this. But there can be some unsaid truths that hide behind these animated figures that I would like to mention. This animation was created with permission and slight oversight from her spouse, with the overall screenplay written by Tatsuo Sato and Masaaki Yuasa. This film is only 30 minutes long, so feel free to check out the link in the description and watch yourself. Otherwise, if you want something to watch, stay tuned for the breakdown. Cue the Gohan! Cat Soup begins in a bathtub. Apparently water is just in the tub sitting. The youngest boy cat, Niata, is playing beneath the water. I know I ain't the only one who took all my toys with me when I took a bath. It was like Avengers up in that bitch. Unfortunately, he drowns after dipping too far into the water. Clinically, he is dead. His older sister, Naoko, is really sick. She's resting day and night until soon she sees a visitor. This means that she also dies. So Niata, the young boy cat, rises from the dead like a ghost, noticing his older sister walking with that guest. That visitor is Kashitagarba, a bodhisattva that is taking her somewhere that her younger brother doesn't think she's ready for yet. Niata chases after her. This setting reminds me of the Hidden Leaf Village. I guess a lot of places in Japan kind of look like this, and I really like that feel. And even look, she's wearing the Uzumaki crest. What are these ladies saying, by the way? Listen. Verbal chicken scratch. I know how to shut that up. Wow. They were full of nothing but air. Just living balloons with no care for each other. Niata keeps chasing after his sister Kashitagarba. Guys, look guys, this is that light post metaphor that Jack made in the house that Jack built. Remember that pretentious ass bullshit metaphor he made just to say that he wants to kill more people? Give me back my sister, you respectable Buddhist figure. It's a tug-of-war with his sister that eventually has her split into two halves of souls under both's arm. Back at home, the father of the family revives Niata despite him drowning. You're confused, right? You confused? Okay, let me explain. Both young cats died. The youngest was drowning, had an out-of-body experience that went after his sister's soul, who also died. That didn't clear up anything. But Niata, the boy, is back to life. But Naoko is still gone. That is until half her soul is returned to her from her little brother. She's back alive, but not all there. I love this spider art, by the way. Just look how it looks. I'm sorry, I just had to mention it. The next day, Mama sends them to buy some tofu. Clearly, Naoko's missing soul is making her barely alive. They continue their trek, but in the background is the circus. It's time for some family fun involving humans. The two young cats watch one of the circus acts, including a woman being sawed into pieces by a Dark Souls boss. He's God. a god that likes to show how powerful he is. He blows her body parts all around the room, and this laugh sound comes up. Have y'all ever heard that laugh effect before? Anyway, he fully builds her back together. Next, the Dark Souls boss uses his reality powers to create an armchair. Next, someone in the audience says a fish and it becomes made. A golden elephant is made next. God seems really comfortable playing around with his creations. Next, a huge bird is created and its insides are just straight cloud bad weather. But look, it's going crazy. A storm is brewing on the inside, along with the flood that fills the entire circus. They find refuge with a pig. That circus reminded me of real life. Naoko is still barely holding on as the rain bounces on this goofball world. Being stranded must leave you really hungry, and Yatta jumps at the pig. I don't think it likes you frying up parts of his insides in front of him, but I guess he's cool with it afterwards. He even eats himself. Soon, God takes all the water away from the earth, leaving the cats and the pigs stranded in the desert like Nathan Drake. Every video deserves a complimentary Nathan Drake mention. Nyata just starts beating the pig to death. Look at them killing the pig. It bites Nyata's arm, but lucky for them, they eventually make their way to a doll maker who sews on a replacement arm. Back to the desert, they find a house leaking food smells. Knocking on the door, they see a creepy Courage the Cowardly Dog type villain with a weird dissection museum in his home. Look how creepy this guy looks. He just burns a bird to death to feed to the cats. That might be a sight of wonder to those two hungry cats though. He's really just fattening them up. I thought it was obvious that he was just preparing them for his meal. Weirdly, he changes clothes into this. He almost cuts off their head, but the two siblings escape and find out he's a mechanical man. They then easily cut off his limbs and cover him up before escaping the house. Sadly, it's back to the desert. I hate the desert because I truly don't know if I can survive what Nathan Drake went through. Somehow, they dig up a water elephant, which gets them back to the energized self they need to be. Notice how water is a big part of this film. Good things come to an end as the elephant starts dissolving. A figure that resembles God cuts through his creation, disrupts all time and space, pitting the two cats in a world of little understanding. All the two cats can do is run about and live through it. Eventually, God turns the world back on and time and space go crazy, aging the two cats older and younger. The happening of everything and the destruction of everything at the same time. Time goes on, and eventually it fixes itself and arranges to where the two cats were on the boat, but seemingly without the pig this time. They end up going to a metallic land of metallic nature, the kind of world that Tetsuo the Iron Man wished for. In the midst of the metallic land is one special flower. The flower was hinted at by Kashitsugarba a while back. It will help bring Naoko back to life fully, and that it does. The life goes back into the older sister, and Nyata wins Little Brother of the Year. With the life back into the cat, they finally do what their mom tells them to do by getting the tofu. Suddenly though, everybody in the house zips. They disappear like a snap, leaving existence like static. Then the movie itself disappears. The end. So that was a weird movie, right? This is what I think happened. Nyata died in the first few minutes of the movie. Everything else, it's just a surreal final dream as he slips into the afterlife. Maybe some of you will prefer that, because the ending doesn't seem good either. Everybody just zips away despite the entire adventure they went on to give the soul back to his big sister. Makes it seem pointless. Clearly, this animation is much more than meets the eye. It's not talked about a lot, and the details surrounding it are why I want to make a video on it despite how short it is. You could talk about how nihilistic the film is all day, or you could talk about the positivity. Films like this are breeding grounds for opinions, but learning about Chiyomi Hashiguchi and her tough view of life makes viewing this movie slightly sad. Now, of course, this came out after she passed away. It's not a full 100% adaptation of one of her stories, but It's interesting to say the least. Also, trying to understand something like Katsu can take away the interest of it. It's up to you to decide what you think it means. I took a slightly pessimistic meaning, but maybe you can ooze out something positive. Most disturbed moment is the ending, where my pessimism comes from. Just being deleted from existence after all that surreal stuff is crazy, but that's only if you think that the characters are being deleted at all. It's possible that this deletion was just a cosmetic effect for us to recognize the end of the movie. Most enjoyed moment was when Nayako got her soul back. How can you not enjoy that moment? It was the cutest moment ever. Usually the older sibling are the ones sacrificing for their younger sibling, but Nyata is a nice little cat. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed, click the like button and subscribe to see more messed up stuff. Check out these anime videos to deeper dive into animations that are crazy, and I'll see you later on. Thanks for watching. Spooky out.